Well, the U.S. Department of Education is now investigating Baltimore City schools after incidents of anti-Semitism have surfaced. Last week, Fox 45 News reported a complaint was filed against the school system, saying Jewish students have been subject to discrimination by teachers and students.
This comes as we also learn a business in Baltimore County says its building was vandalized last night and is calling for action from local leaders to address the continued issue of hate. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. I'm Kai Jackson.
And I'm Mary Bubala. We have team coverage. Tessa Bentulin has the latest on alleged vandalism at a county business.
But we start with Jessica Babb showing us how City Schools is responding to the new federal investigation. Jessica.
Well, the complaint was filed at the end of July, so the Department of Education is working quickly opening this investigation. And while Baltimore City Schools wouldn't comment specifically on this, they did reiterate their statement saying they don't tolerate anti-Semitism. With Baltimore City Schools in the hot seat after the Anti-Defamation League filed this damning complaint alleging a pattern of anti-Semitism.
Baltimore City Public Schools has failed to appropriately address the incidents that are happening within its hallways.
As the Department of Education opens its investigation, Jewish community leaders like Howard Libet say,
I don't think any of us are surprised that the U.S. Department of Education was going to follow up on it. I hope they follow through with a fair and reasonable investigation.
This 22-page complaint from the Anti-Defamation League on behalf of Jewish students and parents says City Schools has knowingly allowed its schools to become hostile environments for Jewish students. The complaint saying those students face egregious and persistent discrimination and harassment by teachers and students on campus. After more than a dozen complaints, they say City Schools has failed to take action. Some of the incidents include a teacher directing Nazi salutes and instances of bullying, with students making hateful comments to Jewish students. The ADL now says they're encouraged by the investigation.
We've laid out a number of detailed steps that the district can take to begin remedying the hostile environment for its Jewish students.
In a statement, Craig Trainor, the acting assistant secretary for Civil Rights, says the allegations that City Schools tolerate Nazi-inspired and anti-Semitic harassment of its Jewish students is appalling and infuriating, saying the allegations, if true, extend beyond bullying and are a shocking abdication of educator responsibility that constitutes unlawful harassment. They say they will vigorously investigate to ensure Jewish students can learn and flourish in an environment free from discrimination.
We had a meeting on the books, and then the ADL complaint came in, so obviously our agenda expanded a bit. But we had a really productive conversation last week with the CEO and others in leadership to talk about concerns we have and to hear about the steps they're taking. And I give them credit. They were already taking a number of steps.
Libet says some of those steps include anti-Semitism and anti-hate training planned for social studies teachers, as well as other programs to help educators better teach and understand the Holocaust. But when asked if that's enough to get to the root of the problem, Libet says,
education doesn't fix everything, but I think in a lot of cases, it's a question of ignorance, not hate. I think there are times where people don't know that what they're doing or saying is offensive.
In a lengthy response, Wall City Schools says they can't comment specifically about the pending litigation. They reiterated their previous statement from July, saying they unequivocally reject anti-Semitism and hate in any form. They say they have taken action to hold students and staff accountable when policies and values are violated. But for 2 weeks now, we've been asking if they have any plans to change or update their policies. And so far, we've yet to get an answer. And as we keep pressing for those answers, in the meantime, if you'd like to read the full statement from Baltimore City Schools, you can find that on our website at foxbaltimore.com. Live in Baltimore, Jessica Babb, Fox 45 News.
Hi, I'm Vincent Hill. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Follow Fox Baltimore on social media for more videos just like this.